we're trying to make it simple by breaking it down just to its smallest parts. And you could have a bunch of routines, but that's ultimately what you want. You want to be able to say and understand that, hey, if I'm doing stuff with photography, it's going to be my photography date. If it's an HOA, it's my HOA date. And I go to that particular piece, and then I deal with whatever my routine is on there. If you need to do something different for different key or the same key date, you can also set up conditions in there that says, if the price is above 400,000, then I'm going to do this photography process. If it's under 100,000, I'm going to manually do it, or whatever. So you could have different routines do things on the same key date, but they have to meet certain conditions, and this condition is what allows you to do that. A lot of people want to be able to do searches and stuff. Did we cover these little buttons right here? Are you okay? So some new things that we've added within the contacts and the properties area. Number one, in the properties area, we do now have the filter piece, so that you can go in there and you can set up filters for bedrooms, bathrooms, floating, dating, all the different statuses and stuff like that. You can set up filters for that now, and you can save those filters and reuse them. So if I want to say, show me everything's got a 3-bedroom, I can pull that up real quick. Whenever you're doing this, whenever you're editing your filters and you do a save as, we now have the ability to set up these quick filter slots, where in this case, it's this one's just active listings. I could set up one for this 3-bedroom, and probably help if I would spell it right. And then maybe I want to click on this and make it a house icon or something, a second house icon. Whenever you set those up, I'm going to cancel that. Whenever you set those up, they become quick filters here. So if it's a filter that you use a lot of, you're constantly going to them, you can now save your filters as just a quick button and go to it. This is especially helpful if you're using any of the date fields that are set up for countdown, or you might change a date after a certain number of days or something, a filter after a certain number of days, and it reduces the number of people in there. Who did I call, who I did not call, and making sure that it's a smart list, basically, and you're wanting to bring it down to 0 ultimately. So you could kind of create smart lists. We can do the same thing in contacts as well. So give me my birthdays for the next 10 days is what this is, or give me them for the next 30 days is what I've got set up there. But so we added the filtering, the quick filters on there. But we also, in the tags area, if you go in and add a tag now, it's going to look a little bit different. It's going to have an inclusion tag. It's going to have an exclusion tag. So you might say in there, show me everybody that's in my 7-year list, but I want you to exclude anybody that's tagged in my buyers. I don't want buyers in my 7-year list, and that doesn't even make sense. But let me choose a different thing. Don't let me have anybody that's an Eventbrite attendee for whatever reason. You're going to do something different there. So what this does is this creates your tags so that it says include anybody in these tags, but exclude them if they have this particular tag or tags. So this allows you to do inclusion, exclusion of tagging in a much better way. These up here, if you wanted to exclude something, you would just go in there and say, not the bees. I want everything else except for the bees. You select everything else. Where with a tag, we couldn't do that because it's kind of a multi-select option, but you're only picking certain ones. This now allows you to do inclusion and exclusion. Say, for instance, and this is another thing that we added. I'm not sure when we added it, but let's say, for instance, I wanted to find anybody that was a milestone new, where the date of when I set their milestone field to new is over, say, 5 days. So inside a contact record, we have a milestone field, right? That milestone field, you can only choose one option, in which case it could be new, it could be contract signed, it could be closed, it could be call completed, whatever. But whenever you change that, it creates a date. And that date then could be a trigger for a routine. But it can also be used inside of this to say, if that date change to new is over 5 days, I want you to show that, because I should have already changed them from a new record to something else. So show contacts with a new whatever. So now I can see all of everybody that if I go into one of these, does then is this allows you to say all those people that are in a certain group, if I do something with them, it should move them to the next milestone, and I no longer need them in this list. Whenever you're assigning these, we go in here and we choose edit filters, save as. You can give it a name. It'll do 6 at first. Once you fill up all those, then it'll give you the ability to add more.
Be able to have like unlimited smart lists and all that kind of stuff. That's cool that we have that in there. I like it.
Okay, so this is what I'm talking about. So if your milestone is new and your change date is over 5 days, then it will show up. So I could come here and say milestones new greater than 5 or something like that, and then I can give that then a list of some key thing that you want to give it. I don't know, maybe it's just a tag, whatever, and then I click on save. So whenever I go to show this, then it's now adds that on there. So I can click on this and I can see everybody that has a status of new, but their new date is over a certain day. So there's my new. And if I go to important dates, that milestone new change was on 12/2. Well, I should have already, by now, I should have already changed this person to being called, attempted. Maybe I do call attempted. And this is Yana. So whenever I do call attempted, I've changed it. It will, and it doesn't show it at this point because it's not been totally there. But Yana now has been removed from my list because I changed her from a new. Now she's a call completed, so she's not in this list anymore. So that's the smart list part. So you're building these filters that meet the criteria based off of that date being over a certain amount of times. If their status is new and it's over this date, it should have already been some other status by now. Why isn't it? These are people you should call right away or do something with, because you've not moved them to the next phase of the milestones.
That's cool. That's going to be really powerful.